Hey guys, Steve Charbridge here. So, I hadn't actually planned on making a video tonight, but I saw something that, quite frankly, just really irritated the shit out of me. So, I decided to turn on a video. So, not surprisingly, yet another actor sells out to Hollywood, or as I like to call them, the cult of Hollywood, the cult of Hollywood, the Hollywood groupthink, if you will. That actor is Mark Duplass. Duplass. He's not really a mainstream, well-known actor. He's kind of an actor-director. He was in a movie called Creep. You could probably find it on Netflix. It's actually a decent movie. And of course, he seemed like a nice guy, and I had respect for him until now. I've been happening a lot recently with a lot of these mainstream Hollywood celebrities. It seems like in the current political climate and everything, a lot of people are showing their true colors and everything. They're really showing who they truly are, and a lot of them are just being shown to be very, very fucking spineless and everything. But so basically, Mark Duplass. So Ben Shapiro. Okay, so Ben Shapiro is actually someone that I do watch. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with all of his political opinions and beliefs. I do agree with some of his political opinions. But I enjoy watching Ben Shapiro. I think he's a pretty smart guy. He's entertaining to listen to, at least to me. I like how he articulates his arguments. I like how he debates and everything. I think he's a smart guy. I just don't agree with everything he says, which is fine. I mean, I don't understand. You can like someone but not agree with everything they say. It's like people don't understand that concept nowadays. But so Mark Duplass basically wanted to do like a show or something, or he wanted to do like something where he talks about the current political climate, and I think one of the subjects was gun control. Maybe the sole topic was gun control. I honestly just watched the video on this, so this is kind of just all off the top of my head. But basically, he was trying to get different political opinions from the other side because I assume that Mark Duplass is more left-leaning. Which is pretty much the case for most Hollywood directors or actors, whatever, unsurprisingly. But he was just trying to get a different point of view, a different political opinion on gun control and other things like that. And I mean, he was just trying to be open-minded and everything, which I think is refreshing. But so he gets into contact with Ben Shapiro. I guess they do it and everything. They talk, they have an exchange, whatever. They exchange emails. And Ben Shapiro even said himself that he thought Mark Duplass was a really nice guy and everything, and he seems like a nice guy, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. But so they did the thing. Mark Duplass pretty much left. And Mark Duplass made a tweet. That's the big thing here. He made a tweet about Ben Shapiro saying that while he didn't agree with a lot of what Ben Shapiro said, he still thought he was a nice guy. Just thought he was. Pretty much said he's a nice guy. He's smart. He doesn't agree with everything. He didn't agree with most of everything Ben Shapiro said, but he still respected him and thought he was a nice guy. That's all he said. But of course, you've got the cult of Hollywood, the Hollywood groupthink, the SJWs, the far leftists, coming out, the supposedly tolerant SJWs and far leftists coming out. And criticizing Mark Duplass. Oh, how dare you? Ben Shapiro is a sexist, homophobe, racist, whatever. They dig shit up from his past. You know what? That's their fucking favorite thing to do. They dig shit up from people's pasts, and release it, and then take it completely out of context, which is what they did with Ben Shapiro. They released tweets that he made or stuff that he wrote 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, that Ben even said that he had disowned. Stuff that he had written before that he has now disowned and completely tossed aside and everything. They took shit like that and took it out of context to make it seem like Ben Shapiro was this evil person. He's not. Ben Shapiro is not a sexist or a homophobe or a racist. Okay? He's just not. But yeah, they sent all the Mark Duplass just basically got a bunch of shit for trying to be open-minded and just for saying that he thought Ben Shapiro was a nice guy. So all the social justice warriors and far leftists and Hollywood groupthink came out and just slammed him for it. So of course, basically Mark Duplass, he deleted the tweet, which Ben Shapiro even said, I understand that you're in Hollywood, I get that, that's your prerogative, that's fine. But then Mark Duplass comes out with a tweet that says that Ben Shapiro endorses hatred and has like a bunch of racist and sexist and homophobic and xenophobic opinions. Basically just becoming yet another sellout. Just another spineless sellout. He's not going to stick, I would have had so much more respect for him. Like, taking down the tweet would have been one thing. If he hadn't done anything after that, then I wouldn't have been fine with it. Or, you know what, I would have gained even more respect than I already had for him, because I think he's a good actor, I think he's a good director. But I would have gained even more respect for him if he had, like, actually done his research and said, you know what, I understand that some people don't agree with him and don't like him, but I still stand by what I said. Even though I don't agree with him on everything, I still respect him, I still think he's a nice guy. We don't always have to agree on everything. I would have gained more respect for him if he had done that. If he had stood up to these SJWs and far leftists in Hollywood and actually stood by what he tweeted. But no, he sells out. He goes back on what he says and what he originally said, which was a pretty positive tweet. And positive for especially for a time like this. Sells out. And basically, and says what he says, that Ben Shapiro endorses sexism, homophobia, and racism, and xenophobia, and whatever. Just, oh my God. So, Mark Duplass is officially a part of the Hollywood groupthink. He is officially a part of the cult of Hollywood. The cult of Hollywood. The Hollywood group